In the year 938, the history of the Vietnamese nation recorded a glorious battle on the Bach Dang River, where the hero Ngo Quyen wrote a heroic chapter, marking the beginning of the period of independence. After centuries of domination, the resistance against the Southern Han Army was not just a simple battle, but also a symbol of the resilient will, intelligence, and patriotism of our people. At that time, the country was under invasion by the Southern Han Army from the north. Facing this critical situation, Ngo Quyen demonstrated the qualities of an outstanding leader. He not only called for a spirit of unity, but also gathered forces, built an elite army, and prepared for a decisive battle of survival. Knowing well that the Southern Han Army would advance by waterway, Ngo Quyen meticulously planned, using the terrain of the Bach Dang River with its strong currents and submerged stakes as an advantage. That day, at the end of winter, the river water was still low. Ngo Quyen ordered his troops to plant large wooden stakes, sharpened to points, into the bed of the Bach Dang River, choosing the most strategic spot of the tide. These wooden stakes, when the tide rose, would be hidden beneath the water, unnoticed by anyone. When the Southern Han Army, led by Hoang Thao, with hundreds of mighty warships, heroically advanced into Bach Dang, they had no idea that beneath the water's surface lay a deadly trap that had been prepared in advance. Ngo Quyen calmly commanded the militia, pretending to retreat to lure the enemy deep into the battlefield. The Southern Han Army, thinking victory was within reach, cheered and charged forward without anticipating the danger. When the tide began to recede, rows of sharp stakes gradually appeared, piercing the hulls of the boats, causing the enemy's vessels to break apart and capsize, throwing the soldiers into panic. The Vietnamese militia immediately counterattacked, rushing forward to scatter the enemy on the water and riverbank. Cheers echoed loudly, the battle drums resounded, blending with the roaring waves, creating an immortal epic. Hoang Thao, along with countless Southern Han soldiers, perished at the river mouth. Enemy corpses piled up like mountains, and the blood dyed the waters of the Bach Dang River red. News of the victory spread everywhere, and the people were extremely joyful. The resistance war ended, opening a new era for the nation. Ngo Quyen was honored as a national hero, the first king of an independent Vietnam after more than 1,000 years of northern domination. The Battle of Bach Dang in 938 was not only a military victory, but also a triumph of intelligence, bravery, and the spirit of unity. Ngo Quyen creatively utilized the terrain, combined with breakthrough military tactics, causing the enemy to suffer a devastating defeat. From then on, the lesson of patriotism, resilience, and the ingenuity of the Vietnamese people became an endless source of inspiration for future generations. The Bach Dang River still flows quietly today, but each wave seems to silently remind us of a heroic era, of the brilliant victory of Ngo Quyen and his militia. That battle has become an immortal symbol of the aspiration for independence and freedom, and a deep pride of the Vietnamese people. When mentioning Ngo Quyen and the Bach Dang battle, we not only remember a hero, but also recall the proud and heroic memory of the strength of a small nation that remains unyielding before all foreign invaders.